Sup, Gobbly. If you're like me, you're constantly looking for new ideas, new things to try in the Digimon card game. And boy, oh boy, do I have something to show you. Now, I've been getting a little bit of a reputation for making truly degenerate and truly interesting decks, let's say. And this one's no different. This one is it's a little silly, it's a little goofy, a little unconventional, but I think that you're really going to like it. So, just a little background on what I was trying to achieve with this deck. All I wanted to do was swing a bunch of times and kill my opponent with a card that doesn't see a lot of love. So, what do you say we kick on back, you relax, and we go over the deck. So what is it that I cooked in the kitchen this time? This is my Gabuforce deck. The concept of this deck, just to make a long story very short, is we're going to fill our grave as fast as possible, go into a UlforceVeedramon 0, and swing the fuck out. So how does this work exactly? What does the deck look like? Well, I'll tell you. To start off, for our eggs, we got the BT9 Pagumon. This is extremely important because every single time we attack, we may trash one card in our hand to give this Digimon plus 1k DP. You're going to see how this very quickly helps us fill the graveyard as well as pumping our Ulforce. Now, the reason I wanted to use Gabumon is because I like Gabumon. That's really it, and I think it's funny. So we're going to be running a singular copy of Gabumon X Antibody from BT9. This just helps us see more copies of the Gabumons and the Garurumons that we want to see early and often. Gabumon X Antibody gives us a little bit of protection with its inheritable, right? This has the, when this Digimon with Garurumon or Omnimon, its name would be deleted in battle, you can return 2 non-Digi eggs from the trash to the bottom of your deck to prevent that deletion. If we use this, it's going to be because we want to eke out an extra swing when swinging in with Where Garurumon X Antibody or Where Garurumon Ace, but we'll get there later. The real reason this is in here is to A, draw cards and then trash a card from our hand, keeping our tempo as well as filling our grave. Now, this is the rookie you want to see in your starting hand. This is our bread and butter. It has a when attacking, not once per turn, but when attacking, draw 1, trash 1. Okay, so we're drawing a card to see what we want to see and trashing stuff into our graveyard, which is extraordinarily important. I'll get to that combo later. We're also running 4 of the ST16 Gabumons. This just helps us get some memory, as well as giving us a little bit extra draw and trash per turn. Unfortunately, it is a once per turn effect, so keep that in mind. To start off our champion line, we're running a single copy of Garurumon X Antibody from EX5. This bad boy allows us to evolve over Garurumon for 0, gives us a 2 draw and then trash 2 on Digivolution. And if there's a Garurumon in its Digivolution cards, we gain a memory. Chances of you gaining a memory off of this are extraordinary, so don't worry about that too much. This can actually help keep your turn when you're going through your stack. Then we're running ST16 Garurumons. Having the security to hit our mats nice and or hard play a Gabumon, but realistically, we're just running it for the when Digivolve, draw 1, trash 1 early game, and then also the when attacking once per turn, draw 1, trash 1 inheritable. It just helps keep our tempo, and again, fills that grave. You're gonna notice that is the theme of this deck, tempo and grave, tempo and grave. Now this is the champion that we want to evolve our line. This is Garurumon from ST6. It has a when attacking trigger, draw 1, trash 1 inheritable, much like the Gabumon before it. It is not a once per turn thing, and it allows you to continuously perform that action. Going into our ultimate line, we're running 4 of the Where Garurumon X Antibody from EX5. This bad boy has another when Digivolving. You get to fill your trash. By trashing 2 cards in your hand, you can unsuspend this. Then if Where Garurumon or X Antibodies in the Digivolution cards, you can return a Digimon card with Garurumon and its name from trash to hand. Realistically, you're not going to be using that. You want as much in your trash as possible. So unless you're really hurting for, you know, a card that you need, you're probably not going to be doing this. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. This also has the when attacking ability as it's inheritable, saying if this Digimon has Garurumon or Omnimon in its name, trash a card on suspend, but that's never going to happen, so you can ignore that. This is simply here to get a free double trash on Digivolve. That's it. It's that simple, so keep that in mind. We're also running a 4 of Where Garurumon Ace from BT15. This has your Blast Digivolve as usual. You can Digivolve for 3 over any Garurumon, so you don't need to worry about color restrictions. Has a on play on Digivolve, draw 1, and then if you have 5 or more cards in your hand, trash 1. So again, you still get that draw and trash power, which is phenomenal. And then all turns once per turn, when one of your Digimon's effects adds a card to your hand, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't suspend to the end of turn. Having that stun is nice because sometimes you'll need it just to eke out an extra turn so you can go into your combo. But generally speaking, you're going to be building this stack in your raising, and then you're going to be, going ham. So, the man of the motherfucking hour, UlforceVeedramon. It is a promo card. It says, when Digivolving, you may place 3 non-Digi Egg cards from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. This is very important. And then it unsuspends this Digimon and one of your Tamers. Okay, and then your turn once per turn when a card's returned from your trash to the deck, gain a memory. That's nice, but what we're really here for is the combo. So again, we're going to go over that in a second. We're running 3 of Nidhuggmon from BT17. We're never going to Digivolve or hard play this. This is strictly here for the when you trash this card in your hand, using one of your effects, gain a memory. That's it. We're going to be trashing it to gain memory. Trust. We're running 4 of Rina Shinomiya. This has the on-play effect of until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon with Vmon or Veedramon get blocker and evade. A little bit of sustainability, but let's be honest, we're not using that. It has an all turns when one of your Digimon with Veedramon in its name becomes suspended. You can suspend this tamer to activate one of that Digimon's when Digivolving effects. See? Wait, hold on. Again, we'll come back to this. And then your turn once per turn, when one of your blue Digimon becomes unsuspended, gain a memory. Memory gain's always nice. Matt Ishta from ST16, we're running 2 copies of that. It has the start of your turn memory set from 3 to 3. And then all turns when an effect trashes a card in your hand by suspending this tamer, gain a memory. Free memory gain's always nice. We're running 4 of Analog Youth. This just makes it so that when you play them, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a Digimon to your hand, trash the remaining. This makes it extraordinarily easy to see copies of Ulforce if you don't have them in your starting hand, because you are going to be mullying so that you can see either this Gabumon or this Garurumon. So basically Gabumon and a champion, or sorry, this Garurumon and a rookie, right? That's your goal. And then Analog Youths, hell yeah, baby. Analog Youth also has the ability when one of your level 5 or higher Digimon's deleted, suspend this tamer, gain a memory, hatch a Digi-Egg to an empty space in your breeding area. It's nice, but hopefully when you're raising, you're winning, right? So don't worry about that. High speed plugin D says when you have a tamer in play, use this card without meeting its color requirements. You are always going to be having a tamer in play before you play this card, so don't worry about that. Its main says for the turn, one of your Digimon gains jamming and can't be blocked by your opponent's Digimon. I'll get to why this is important later. And then it has the security effect of draw 1, add this card to your hand. So you never have to worry about it being in your security, the opponent swinging in, hitting it, and then it going to your trash and never being able to use it. We're also running 4 copies of Underworld's Call BT16. This just says when you trash this card in your hand using an effect, trigger draw 1. And then main, you could play a purple level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. It is a 4-drop. The nice thing about this is it helps you cycle through your deck faster. It gives you a nice target for your discards. And worst case scenario, if you're having bad luck on your mills or on your discards and you really need to, target a Garurumon, you could pay 4. It's the same as the on-play cost for a Garurumon. Get your Garurumon back from your trash and then go into your Digivolution line. So it's just a little bit nice for stability. So what's the combo? How does this work? You want to have Rina Shinomiya on the field. You want to have UlforceVeedramon in your raising, or you want to have your Garurumons in your raising, and then raise it and go into UlforceVeedramon. So how does this combo work? It's really simple. You're going to have 9 to 12 cards in your trash, maybe more, probably more. You're going to swing in with your UlforceVeedramon 0. One swinging, Rina's going to suspend to activate its when Digivolving effect. UlforceVeedramon 0 is going to pluck 3 more cards from your trash underneath your library, underneath your deck, so that it unsuspends itself and Rina again. Okay? So this is unsuspended, Rina is unsuspended. You're now going in for a second swing, and you're going to repeat that process. All the while, you're going to have an egg under you that allows you to trash a card, get +1 KDP. You're going to have a rookie under you that lets you draw a card, trash a card. You're going to have a champion under you that lets you discard a card and draw a card, discard a card. So you're going to be constantly feeding your graveyard full of cards. You're going to be constantly doing that so that you can make sure you can keep feeding the when digivolving effect from UlforceVeedramon 0. And UlforceVeedramon 0's when digivolving effect is going to keep untapping Rena so that Rena can keep activating UlforceVeedramon's when digivolving effect. It is incredibly silly. This is like, this is incredibly dumb. Now, why is the high-speed plugin D so important? Take a look at the DP on UlforceVeedramon 0. It's 12k. We got a lot of 12ks out there. We got plenty of blockers, and let's face it, the Digimon boss monsters are only getting stronger with time with better effects. High-speed plugin D makes it so that on our first swing, if we don't have enough power to beat our opponent without dying, we can get through because we can't be blocked. This also means the blockers with retaliation can't stop our onslaught of badness, right? And then having jamming makes it so we can't lose our security battles. So if you swing into a level 7 like freaking Crimson Gallantmon Ace or something, you're not getting blown up on your first or second swing. Okay, so that's why it's so important. So I usually try not to start swinging unless I have this, but you could start swinging. You could take the risk. It depends on the deck. Use your brain. A couple of matchups to look out for. Literally anything. Yeah, no, there's so much control out there now and like sustainability that if you're not getting the cards you need right off the rip and you're not blazing through your deck and playing your lines right and building correctly, you could be in for a bad time. Jokes aside though, the real tough matchups are anything that runs like set control cards, right? You don't want to be running into those with your UlforceVeedramon 0. However, the fact that this can just steal wins out of nowhere, like you could just leave your shit in raising until you're ready and come out is actually insane. It's actually insane. The way you OTK with this deck needs to be studied. It's mentally unwell. That's the basis of what you're looking to do with this deck. Realistically, with your Nidhoggmons and Underworld's Calls, whenever you're tucking cards, these are the cards you want to be seeing the most, specifically the Underworld's Call. The memory's nice. A lot of what you'll see me do is I'll do, like when I'm tucking 3, I'll tuck an Underworld's Call, a Nidhoggmon, and then an Underworld's Call. I just kind of go in that order. Your hand eventually will just be all of these, depending on how much of your deck you've gone through. But yeah, the deck's super fun. So what do you say we get into some matches? All right. So just to give you a general idea of what we're doing here. Oh, by the way, we're playing against a bot. Might be. I don't know what's been going on with DCGO the last few days, but I've been completely unable to find matches in under like 5 minutes. Like there was a guy or a person I had to play against, and it took like, I think it was like 16 minutes of just waiting for a match. And I was like, all right, we're not doing this shit again. So I've been unable to find matches. And then on top of that, when I do find matches, the players I've been playing against are like stalling. They're like taking 3 to like 8 to 9 minutes per turn. It's been really frustrating. So anywho, so in this deck, the idea is that you're trying to draw a card. You're trying to fill your trash as soon as you possibly can. And in doing so, when you go into UlforceVeedramon 0, you're able to just sequentially, consistently untap him by putting cards to the bottom of your deck. What's funny about this round is I had to keep passing the turn because they'd play like a big body, and I was like, nobody's doing this, nobody's playing this deck like this IRL. So I had to keep penalizing myself and giving them more memory. I say them, but the bot more memory than they deserved, just to be able to you know, show the combo, make it kind of believable. So that was incredibly toxic, and I hated that, but we know we do what we gotta do. So we got ourselves in a position where we can throw shit to the bottom of our deck. We have All Force. We don't have Arena, but I'm like, you know what, we gotta start doing something. So I'm over here trying not to fucking die on my turn. So we have to clear their board a little bit, otherwise I just straight up die. Discording the All Force. We're making it so one of them can't swing, so again, we don't die. Still haven't seen Arena. This is a really unfortunate round. Oh, look, there's Arena. You love to see it. Last security card got us the Arena we needed, and now we can just straight up win. Now, granted, we didn't need to use the All Force combo, but I just wanted to display it for you. Because, I mean, what's the point otherwise, right? Like, you, the whole reason you're here is to see the All Force combo, so I'm displaying it. So we're tucking things to the bottom, untap Arena, okay? we just be able to do it again. Do our discards. But yeah, whenever possible, you want to be able to discard your Nidhogg Mons or your Underworld's Call. This way you can get memory or draws off of your swings. That was the first match. Second match was unfortunately also against a bot. And when they opened up with the Skull Greymon and killed it, I was like, ain't no way, bro. I just put my memory setter down and passed like it was a real match, you know. Maybe they choked me, left me with one memory, it's fine. And then they went straight into Merva, and I'm like, you see my mouth shaking? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I can't wait till they make the AI a bit smarter, or at least allow us to choose decks to play against, so that we can set up decks that maybe the AI can actually run without looking like a doofus the entire time. Unfortunately here, I get my security absolutely swept through. And I'm like, all right, we just gotta get some swings in. We gotta get some memory going. We gotta do something. I gotta fill my trash. I gotta run into the cards I need. I'm like, cool, we got Arena. Life's good. Also, that's the other thing too. The ability to kind of come from behind with this deck is extraordinarily good, given the right circumstances. All it takes is one good turn, and all of a sudden, you've won. It's really that simple. It truly is an OTK deck. But if you want it to, if you want it to work, you can't be dealing with Setcon. Setcon will absolutely fuck you. Because there is no, a delicate plan or anything like that, right? It has high-speed jamming, which makes it so it doesn't die in security swings or against blockers, but if they sec bomb you, you're just you're SOL. Wanted to Death X off the Evo, which was a little annoying because that slowed things down, but I do have a comeback. It's okay. I can break both my shields here, and it's not the end of the world. So we get to play Gabumon for free. This way I get extra memory on my turn. I'm like, oh yeah, they got a full board. I need to make it happen this turn, right now. Fortunately, I can. Even if I didn't have the Gabumon for the extra memory, Ulforce would have gotten me the memory anyways. That was disgusting. Sorry, I just sneezed, so I had to mute for a second. Anyways, now we go and we do the combo. We would try to always go for our draws first before we go for our power up. Sometimes it just straight up doesn't matter. It depends on what's in your hand. I mean, if you want to discard a card to get your plus 1k, and you've got Nidhogg and you've got, Underworld's Call, and you target one of those, it doesn't really matter which order you do it in at that point. But generally speaking, you always want to do your draws and then your draw discard inheritables before the power up one. So it was a risky swing. I didn't really need to risk it the way that I did, but now we have high speed jamming. Life is good. The security cannot kill me unless we hit an option card that strictly ruins my life. So yeah, that's a wrap. I'll be back in a bit. I don't know, maybe I'll just dance here or something. How's your day? Having a good Friday? Of course you are. I posted a video today. Yeah, there's a lot of triggers you got to do. Once you display the loop and you can speed things up in paper format, it's not as bad, but on the simulator, it definitely takes time. And yeah, that's GG's. On to the next. So this one was actually against a person, which was great. Unfortunately, we got some downtime. You can see I'm losing my mind. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Come on. This is very sped up, by the way, so keep that in mind. This match was extraordinarily unfortunate, and you will see why shortly. Sometimes it just doesn't matter what you do. If you're playing against the wrong deck archetype, you lose, And that's what we ran into here. So at this point, I'm just trying to get my graveyard filled. I'm trying to see different cards, make things happen. But I already saw the egg and the Angemon, and I was like, all right, I'm on a timer. I need to go as fast as possible. And it's not going to matter. And I kind of figured. But we did try. We tried our darndest. Tried our best. We're going to pop for memory. We're going to gain a little bit more memory off of the Garurumon X. We're going to draw. Struggling to decide what I want to get rid of because I'm like, after this turn, I might be kind of cooked. Unfortunately, we misplay here. in a sec. Said, fuck it, let's get rid of the UlforceVeedramon zeros because we have one in our hand already, and we're not really gonna get a chance to play again. So I should not have promoted, but I was hoping if I promoted, it could fill my grave and give me a chance to fight back. That's why I did. I should have stayed in my raising, built all the way up, and tried to fill my grave another way. But yeah, unfortunately, it didn't really matter. And in this matchup, your only option to win is you have to get extraordinarily lucky on security swings, and you have to hope that they don't have bodies on the field that are primed and ready for Blast Digivolution. It's really, really tough to deal with for this deck. And like I said, the only way to get around it is you need to outpace them and build your security, build your stack in raising, and then when you promote, you need to be able to afford memory-wise to pay for a high-speed plugin, so you can't get blocked, and then hope that you can gain enough DP to not get deleted by their DP reduction effects by Blast Digivolving. It's really, really rough. There's not really much you could do about it. But this deck, what was it? 3 Musketeers and a few others. This deck just gets hard countered by. And you can see I'm thinking, I'm like, do I want to promote and start swinging? I'm like, no, not really, because if I do, they're just going to cook my shit anyways. I wasn't wrong. They would, in fact, just cook my shit anyways. It was also like, I have the mental trainings, though. This is frustrating. Like, in theory, my hand and board state is lovely. It sets us up for a slam dunk, but it doesn't matter because of the deck we're fighting. That's why I want to show this, because, you know, while I build interesting decks that do perform and perform well in what they try to do, and, you know, they use cards that are underrepresented, this is the look behind the curtain. They don't always win, you know? They're not perfect. They have hard counters. They have soft counters. They have 50-50s. Like, they have matchup spreads just like any other deck. And I don't want to be the person that, and this was a bad play too. Let's not talk about this one. I don't want to be the person that's shilling a deck and is like, yeah, you're going to win your foes by doing this every time. I don't want to do that to you, especially if you're planning on buying stuff in paper. Fuck no. But yeah, I should have paid more attention that this was a champion and not been a dumbass, because now I'm swinging to a Blast Digivolution that's going to get me killed, which makes it extra Jover. So yeah. I considered surrendering because I was like, damn, this shit's kind of a waste of my time. But then I was like, no, this will make for a good entry in the video. So I continued. I get my unsuspend here so I can start my engine. I get enough memory that I can do a high speed plugin, but as you're going to see, it's not going to matter. We are demonstrating loop regardless, and we have enough cards in the trash to make this happen, no matter what. But unfortunately, they're going to blast, and I'm going to die. So yeah, GG's to this person I played against. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. These are super, super fun to make. I love trading card games, and I love Digimon, so obviously I love the Digimon TCG. And making these videos, like I said, are extremely fun. What I would ask of you, the viewer that made it to the end of this video, is please let me know in the comments below if there is a Bossmon or a concept for a deck you want to see featured in a future video. You don't get any money for it, but hey, you'll get to see something you want to see, and maybe my brainchild will be something you enjoy to play. So yeah, please do that. And if you haven't joined the Discord already, fucking kill. I mean, you should join the Discord now. The link is in the description. It's not going anywhere. We talk about Digimon and the Digimon TCG there, amongst many other things. Plus, you can always see when I'm going live. Wink, wink. Join my live streams. Anywho, that's all for this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Yeah.